This is Christopher Johns. You probably, if you're looking at my video, you're aware of the situation. Last Friday at Sunset and Vine in Hollywood with a gunman, Tyler Brehm. I wanted to make it very clear to anyone involved that Mr. Tyler Brehm never, to my knowledge, ever shouted out Allah Akbar or kill me, I want to die. The person shouting, kill me, shoot me, I want to die, that was me. Obviously bystanders and other people in the vicinity heard the sound, the voice, and they didn't know where it was coming from, and inaccurately attributed that to Mr. Brehm, the shooter. So I just wanted to clear that up. As to my personal feelings for Mr. Brehm and his situation, I don't see him as a monster. I can't judge him. I didn't know him that way. What appeared to me was a person that was under a great deal of duress, maybe in a altered state of mind or consciousness that wasn't necessarily aware of what he was doing. Now, in my numerous communications with him, one of the things I kept repeating was, I love you. Shortly after, he said he was out of ammo, but then immediately his next statement was, call an ambulance, call an effing ambulance. It's my belief and some others that perhaps, what I was saying to him might have brought him out of his altered state into reality. I know that people going throughout life sometimes feel different levels of frustration and maybe have thoughts or feelings of doing extreme acts towards people or just towards themselves, and usually they don't ever go through with that. In Mr. Brehm's case, he owned a gun, and he made a terrible, evil decision to take other people's lives into his hands. That doesn't necessarily make him an evil man. I don't know enough about him, and I would not try to pass judgment on someone. Obviously, he was suffering, and now his actions have taken a lot from a lot of people. I've communicated and met John Atterbury's wife. She's an amazing person, very understanding. She feels no anger or ill will towards Mr. Brehm. She feels sympathetic to his family and their loss, and I think that makes her a big, very an amazing person. I felt an energy from her that I've never felt from anyone, and I wish her the best, and we all can find sanity through knowing that everything happens for some reason, and there must have been something like this happens, something good comes out of it, and it's not always as simple as black and white. Maybe there's something better. Maybe there was another place for John Atterbury that's not in this present conscious where we exist. At the same time, seeing something like it happen for no reason can make you question a lot of things, and it questions the value of life. I just ask myself, or anyone, at any moment, at 10:30 in the morning, leaving a bank, are you prepared to die that day? Because you might. It happens, and it did. So every day you live your life, remember that, and try to use that to inspire you and provoke you to be the best version of yourself every single day. If you wish for something, or you want for something, or you want to improve something about yourself, don't wait till the next day. Start today. That's all I can say, and it's shown me the value of life, or lack of, and just how short it can be. Now, this isn't the first time I've seen tragic events like these in my life, and my life has nowhere been easy. I spent a great deal of my childhood living through very difficult circumstances, and I've worked very hard to build a very successful business. I've been lucky enough to be able to produce movies that have been sold to major distributors, and so I try my best to do good things. I have my own charity in the Philippines where, we adopted a school called Pastel Elementary School. In that school we rebuilt part of the school to make it safer for them. We provided computers, books, clothing, food, shoes to the 3,000 of the poorest children in the Philippines. These are things that I take very personally, and things that I want to make a difference. And hearing that Tyler wanted to make a difference, it saddened me that I wasn't able to meet him, because I rarely find people in this world who their definition of wanting to make a difference means anything other than making a difference in their own life, making more money, doing more of what they do, or getting paid more to do whatever it is they want to do. So to find somebody who believes in altruism or philanthropy or humanitarian causes, or just really cares about other people without the want of reciprocation is, I would have liked to have gotten to know him, and I probably could have influenced him, have been a positive person in his life, as I am with so many people around me. I just want to end this video with my condolences to everyone involved, and I just want to make it clear that none of what I'm doing right now, talking to the media, is something that I chose to do. The media wanted to do the story. The shows have contacted me. They appreciate the story. Some call me a hero. I don't go that far, but I do know that if I can inspire people, because the number one thing you'll hear people say is that, I wouldn't have thought to do something like that. What made you think to do it? And I'm not sure what made me think to do it. I just knew that I had to do something, and the only thing I could do at that point, at that stage, from that vantage point, was to yell out at him, to get his attention, to bring it back to me. If that meant he was going to shoot at me, I was willing to accept that. If there was some percentage chance that I would die, I was also willing to accept that. However, I didn't die, and from the time I started yelling out at him, nobody died. Was any of that attributed to me? We'll never know for sure. However, I did do something, and so if that can inspire people, me sharing that story can inspire people to take, to get out of their comfort zone and try something to stop a bad thing from happening, whether it's saying I love you or I'm ready to die, kill me, to somebody with a gun. Obviously, those are decisions that each person has to arrive on their own and be willing to accept some risk in the process. I'm not trying to inspire people to act with complete reckless abandon for their own safety, but if there are things you can do to distract, to slow somebody down that might be hurting other people, make that calculation, and if that calculation is right for you in that situation, then by all means do it. Again, my name is Christopher Johns, and I thank you for your time.